Hello, it's Roger from MiWayJourneys. Today we are going to Manchester, New Hampshire, a city with a rich and vibrant history, a city on the Merrimack River. Its story is intricately tied to the Amoskeag Falls, a natural wonder. Long before factories and mills, Native Americans lived here in harmony with nature. The Pennacook people called it Amoskeag, meaning a good place to fish. The falls were a gathering place for the Pennacook community. The falls were more than just a food source. They were a symbol of power. They were a place of power, with the rushing water holding immense potential energy. The rushing water held potential energy that would soon be harnessed. This energy would soon fuel a city, transforming it forever. The stage was set for Manchester's transformation and the Industrial Revolution. From a quiet settlement to a bustling industrial hub, the change was monumental. The change wouldn't happen overnight. It required vision and determination. It needed someone to harness the power of the falls and turn it into progress. That someone was Samuel Blodgett, a visionary who saw the potential in the falls. Today we are going to see the Amoskeag Mill District, go into the falls, Arms Park, the statues of Ralph Baer, and the Mill Girl. We'll then take in some street art, going to Cat Alley, the Rex Theater, and finally to the Currier Museum of Art. Samuel Blodgett was a visionary. He saw the potential of the Amoskeag Falls. He dreamed of a network of canals that would power mills and factories. Blodgett's plan was ambitious. It was also essential for Manchester's growth. In 1794, construction began on the canals. It was a feat of engineering. The canals diverted water from the falls. They created a source of power for the mills. This marked the beginning of Manchester's Industrial Revolution. The city was poised for growth. Blodgett's canals were a game changer. They attracted entrepreneurs and investors. One company, in particular, would become synonymous with Manchester. This was the Amoskeag Manufacturing Company. The Amoskeag Manufacturing Company was founded in 1831. It quickly became a dominant force. The company built massive brick mills along the Merrimack. These mills were technological marvels. They housed thousands of spindles and looms. The company produced textiles on an unprecedented scale. They made everything from cotton cloth to denim. The Amoskeag Manufacturing Company was a global player. Its products were sold around the world. Manchester was booming. The population surged. And the city became a magnet for workers. And people came from all over to find jobs. And when the mills offered steady work. But life in the mill yard was far from easy. Life in the shadow of the mills. Life in the mill yard was a world unto itself. Workers toiled long hours, often from dawn until dusk, with little respite. The air was thick with cotton dust, making it hard to breathe. The noise from the machines was deafening, a constant roar that never ceased. Conditions were harsh and unforgiving. But amidst the hardship, there was also a strong sense of community. Workers and their families supported each other through thick and thin. Workers lived in company-owned housing, often in close quarters, fostering a tight-knit community. They shopped at company stores where goods were often bought on credit. Children attended company schools, receiving an education that was closely tied to the mill's operations. Life revolved around the mills. Every aspect of daily life was influenced by the demands and rhythms of mill work. There was little time for leisure as the grueling work schedule left workers exhausted. But workers found ways to socialize and unwind. They gathered at social events, sharing stories and laughter. They formed clubs and societies, creating a sense of belonging and camaraderie. They held dances and celebrations, bringing joy and a sense of normalcy to their lives. The mill yard was a melting pot of cultures and traditions. Immigrants from Ireland, Greece, and Poland worked side by side, sharing their unique customs and languages. They brought their traditions and languages, enriching the cultural fabric of the community. This created a rich cultural tapestry where diverse traditions coexisted and thrived. Life in the mill yard was challenging, with long hours and difficult conditions, but it was also a time of great change and opportunity, as the Industrial Revolution brought new possibilities and hope for a better future. Today, we can walk around the mill yard buildings and only imagine what life was like here during the heydays of the Manchester Manufacturing Company. The setting sun on the textile industry. The early 20th century brought significant change to the textile industry in Manchester, New Hampshire. Once a thriving hub, the textile industry began to decline rapidly. Competition from the south increased and labor unrest grew more frequent and intense. The Great Depression dealt a devastating blow to the already struggling industry. The Amoskeag Manufacturing Company, once a giant, struggled to compete in this harsh new reality. In 1936, the unthinkable happened. The company that had been the lifeblood of the city shut down. The Amoskeag Manufacturing Company closed its doors, leaving a void in the community. Thousands of workers were left jobless, and the city of Manchester was devastated. The city that had been built on textiles was now struggling to survive, its future uncertain. But the spirit of Manchester was not broken. The community came together in the face of adversity. A group of local businessmen came together with a vision. They formed Amoskeag Industries. Their goal was to revitalize the mill yard and breathe new life into the area. They attracted new businesses to the area, transforming the old mills into modern enterprises. Slowly but surely, Manchester began to recover, rebuilding itself from the ashes of its past. The Amoskeag Falls today, a testament to time. Today, the Amoskeag Falls are a reminder of Manchester's past. The roar of the falls is quieter now, but the power is still there. The mills have been repurposed. They now house apartments, offices, and restaurants. The canals that once powered the mills are now roadways and sidewalks. Where one mill stood, there is now Arms Park, which is a place for community events year-round. In one corner, you can see the statue of Ralph Baer, former resident and an inventor that invented the first game controllers. When we cross over from Arms Park, we come to a statue of the Mill Girl, or Millie is a statue dedicated to all the young girls and women that once worked the mills. The mill yard and the Amoskeag Falls are symbols of Manchester's enduring spirit. They are a testament to the city's ability to adapt and change while remembering its past. Just imagine for a moment if you could watch this one spot over time. You would see a small part of American history, and where thousands of people have stood before you, listen for the looms and machinery. Now let's look for the art and beauty around the city. Manchester's enduring community is a place of culture and history. So let's go walk around. Visit Elm Street and walk Cat Alley, or visit one of the many restaurants along Elm Street take in a show at the Palace Theater, or visit the Currier Art Museum, a hidden gem and a must-see if you visiting Manchester, New Hampshire. And now I just scratched the surface of a thriving city with a rich history. The legacy of the Amoskeag Mill District lives on. It is a reminder of the importance of hard work. It's a testament to the power of a community. Manchester has learned from its past. It has embraced its future. The city is now a center for technology and innovation. It is a vibrant community with a strong sense of place. Manchester's story is still being written, but one thing is certain. The city on the Merrimack River will continue to thrive. Please like and subscribe for more content.